Welcome back. We'll begin with prayer. Oh my God, I love you above all things with my whole heart and soul, because you are all good and worthy of all my love. I love my neighbor as myself for their love of you. I forgive all who have injured me, and I ask pardon of all whom I have injured. Okay, we're going to have as our guest today Archbishop O.V. Cruz. He has words in the written format to share with you, words of hope and optimism for the laity. It's about the call of the laity. It's your identity. It's your niche. It will provide you with happiness. Let's continue. We're talking about participate. We finished the short video on that. We're going to come now over to, we're going to continue on this wording of participate in this canon law that we're talking about, which is awesome. Both the text, we got a lot of markup on this one. Both the text and context of the law clearly convey the envisioned participation is not altogether optional. This is especially true because the norm is much concerned with the ecclesial, that's the church agenda, that the Christian faithful are explicitly enjoined to take part in. Categorically as followers of Christ. This participation is intended to continue the evangelizing work Christ did during his earthly sojourn. This way, through the active participatory presence of the Christian faithful in the here and now Christian agenda, it is as if Christ were still physically present in the world in the time and age they actually live. Isn't that powerful? Christ is not limited to his ordained deacon, priest, or bishop, or the pope. He's not limited to the altar, and he is in his Christian faithful. He is acting, and you are his voice. You are his hands. You are his intellect. You may be the only hand to touch a hungry person, to comfort the dying. Get out there and do that. That's what he's saying. The presence of Christian faithful. Let's continue. Time and again in the history of the world and humanity, it happens that there are so many virtuous things that are left undone, just as there are so many vicious items that remain uncorrected. Reason, the inaction of people supposedly of goodwill. It is a fallacy to say that it is enough for good people not to do anything, for evil individuals to thrive. The profound falsity of this often repeated maxim is that it is incongruous to qualify people as good when they precisely do nothing to correct what is manifestly wrong. They do not only see no evil, hear no evil, say no evil, but exactly do nothing good either. This is Archbishop Cruz. You have a mandate to participate, not an option. I can't improve on those words. From the above, one conclusion clearly emerges, that in a very special and distinct way, no member of the Christian faithful may illicitly do nothing or not participate in something good. This is particularly true in the ecclesial agenda. That's the church agenda. Things in and for the church, among the people of God, or in favor of people who do not belong thereto, precisely to bring them ultimately into the fold of Christ. This is precisely the reason why Christians' repentance is directed not only against sins of commission, but also against those of omission. There is a strong presumption that the good things are not done are much more in quantity and quality than evil deeds perpetrated. This is not hard to recognize. Just look at what's happening in our times. He's saying there's a strong presumption. There are dormant graces. John Paul II, the great John Paul II, the saint of our times, used the term dormant graces. Google that term. Wake up the world is one of the things that the religious are to do. And you see here why. That, there is a strong presumption that the good things not done are much more in quantity and quality than evil deeds perpetrated. The good not done, the dormant graces are enormous. If they were a mountain, they're much broader and bigger and more robust mountain than the evil deeds committed. All right? I leave you with that thought. It's very powerful. We might have to come back to this one time in the future, but I have to press on to complete what we have here. Okay? Thank you.